Hello, my name is Bradley King. I'm a commercial real estate broker in Portland, Oregon, and today I'm going to go over how to value commercial real estate using net income and capitalization rates. So firstly, capitalization rates are essentially the required return on a real estate asset in your area. So let's say I have $1 million to spend and I'm looking to spend it on a pretty nice apartment building in a nice area of town. Then I might require that the asset I purchase has a return of 5.5% based on net income. So that means that if I spend $1 million, I'm expecting to get $55,000 a year in cash flow, because that's 5.5% of $1 million. And then net income is essentially your gross income, so the total cash flow you're receiving from the building minus all of your expenses. Now that I have figured out what capitalization rates are and what net income is, then you have to figure out what is the net income of the asset and what is the capitalization rate of the asset, and then you combine the two. So to figure out net income, all you need to do is go through their cash flows and figure out what's an expense, what isn't, combine it all together, and then get their net income. A lot of times bigger properties will already have their net income figured out, and your biggest deal is figuring out what is the capitalization rate, and that'll actually probably have a bigger effect on value than net income as well. So let's say you're trying to value a industrial building in kind of the outskirts of town. What you need to do is figure out a radius that you're going to compare it to, and then figure out what capitalization rates are other similar properties selling for. And factors you're going to want to consider is what are the tenants like, are the leases longer, is the property B class, A class, is it in good condition, is it not in good condition, what do people expect the area to do generally, and when you're taking those factors into consideration and you're taking into consideration the capitalization rates that they sold at, you kind of begin to figure out the average capitalization rate that asset might be going for in that area. So for example, let's say that in a certain area, maybe in Clackamas, which is a county around here, we might see an industrial building going for a 6.5% capitalization rate. Well, if they have cash flows of 60 net income or net cash flows of 65,000 a year, then what we're going to do to figure out the value is we're going to combine the two. The easiest way I've found to do this, and the easiest way to do it on the fly, would be to take 1 divided by 0.065 multiplied by the income, which is 65,000. And when you take this number here first, you're going to get the actual the net income multiple, which would be 1 divided by 0.065, which would be 15.38, multiplied by 65,000, which would be $1 million. And that's how you figure out what the value of a property is based off net income and capitalization.